Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Racing PodBlast with me, Tony Mack, and Ben Aiken from Narrow in the Field. And once again, we are track hopping this weekend, taking in 3 handicaps from 2 of the Saturday cards. 2 handicaps from Kempton coming up under analysis, as well as the Eider chase from Newcastle. The Eider is the second race under analysis for us this week. First up, we're off to Kempton with the Class 3 Ladbrokes Handicap Hurdle due off at 1:10 on Saturday. The first race under analysis for us. Ben, good morning to you, and can you start us off with the opener at Kempton?
Morning, Tony.
Morning.
Yes, we're off to Kempton. I got this opener down to the following 3. I Hold the Serve, Fazal and Boor Bally. Hold the Serve was sent off as favourite for his hurdle debut at Cheltenham in November. Ended up well beaten that day, and Connections instantly sent him off for a wind-up, which certainly seemed to do the job because he's comfortably won both starts since then. Makes his handicap debut here at Kempton, and his trainer, Ollie Murphy, he does hold strong stats with similar horses to Hold the Serve. If you look at Ollie Murphy geldings making their handicap hurdle debut, and they won last time out by more than 2 lengths, you get stats since 2021 of 11 winners and 2 placed from 27 qualifiers, 41% win strike rate and over 33 points profit. And plenty positives to suggest Hold the Serve will continue his winning streak here. Worth noting that Ollie Murphy has another runner on Saturday that fits that angle I just mentioned. Seaview Rock in the 320 at Newcastle also fits those stats. The same ones that Hold the Serve meets there for handicap hurdle debuts for Ollie Murphy. Back to this race though, and Fazal for Paul Nicholls, he also interests me. Took a while for the penny to fully drop for the 7-year-old, but all of Nicholls taking over in the saddle 3 starts ago seems to have unlocked the horse. The pair winning a novice hurdle at Wincanton in November before following up in a handicap hurdle at Musselburgh on New Year's Day. It finished 4th last time out in the Lanzarote hurdle over roughly this course and distance. And that's probably better than it looks because I'm not 100% convinced he's quite a Class 2 horse. This drop back in a Class 3 looks a positive step. If you look at Fazal on right-handed tracks at Class 3 level or below, you get form of 3 wins and 4 places from 7 starts, which are conditions he meets with here. And Fazal looks a player in this. And Boor Bally is the other that catches my eye. They reverted back to hurdles with him on recent starts after he maybe seemed to lose his way over fences. It gets his prime conditions to shoot for here. A handicap at Class 3 level or less, a mark of 127 or less, and a trip of 2 mile 2 or further in the February to October period where he is 5 wins and 2 seconds from 7 starts. So rock solid form under his prime conditions, and Boor Bally could go well at decent odds in this opener at Kempton. But I think the market has the right to at the head of affairs, so I'm going to cover them both and play Hold the Serve at around 11-4 and Fazal at around 9-2. Both are a little bigger than I thought they would be, to be fair. So Hold the Serve and Fazal, I think, have it between them in this. Tony, what you got for this opening handicap hurdle?
Yeah, I'm Dutching those 2, Ben. Fazal in good form with a sequence of strong runs and a recent win, suggesting he's thriving a little bit. The Nicholls team often have these handicappers well tuned, and he should appreciate the drop in class here as well. He's back down in class. Still, he's creeping up the weights and needs to keep on improving. If he travels smoothly, he can go close again. Not having the best of luck on a Saturday, and as Paul Nicholls usually says, he aims quite a few horses for Saturday races, as he calls them, and not doing these, falling well behind Ollie Murphy and Dan Skelton this year, and Hold the Serve as well. Progressive profile with 3 wins from his last 4 starts, and he looks like a horse who can improve in the handicaps. He travels strongly and can quicken, which is handy around Kempton as well, and the mark is high for his handicap debut, so he needs another step forward, but his recent form reads well, and he's a big player here. I'll be Dutching Fazal and Hold the Serve. My each way selection would be Royal Infantry who's around 13-2, consistent handicapper who keeps running respectably without landing a blow, and he looks well suited by this trip. The yard tends to do well at Kempton. He should sit handy and keep finding. Still, he may need a touch more in hand of the handicapper to actually win, but I feel with 9 runners going to post, Royal Infantry can hit the frame in that 110 at Kempton. A couple of hours later, or an hour or so later, 2:43 at Newcastle, the Eider Handicap Chase. It's Class 2 handicap over the marathon, 4 miles, 1.5 furlong. Ben, what do you fancy for the Eider?
Yeah, a little bit of a skewed look to the Eider this year with Mr. Vango sitting at the top of the weights, mark of 154. Makes him the highest rated horse to run in the race since at least 1997. In fairness, though, only 3 of the opposition are running in this from out of the handicap. 2 of them, Whistle Stop Tour and Red Delta, they're only £3 out of the handicap. Red Delta's got a £5 claimer on top as well to ease that. So it could have been a lot more of a skewed handicap than it is with Mr. Vango at the top. The Eider is a race that has been strong on race trends in recent years, with the last 12 winners all passing the following. Between 5 and 20 previous chase starts, between 13 and 27 overall career starts, no more than 20 overall handicap starts, 1 to 4 previous career handicap wins, and yet to win a race over 3 mile 5 or further. 2 of this year's field pass all of those trends, only the Bold and Whistle Stop Tour. And I'd also pull Red Delta and Val Dancer onto my shortlist. The Whistle Stop Tour for Lucinda Russell and Michael Scudamore has been generally disappointing since winning his second and third chase starts back in late 2024 and early 2025. But they've reached for a wind-up and stuck a tongue-tie on him here. That could do the trick. This Lucinda Russell yard does have some interesting stats with similar types. If you look at Lucinda Russell geldings in chases and hurdles, at Scottish tracks and tracks in the northeast of England, running off a break of between 30 and 150 days and running on first run off a wind-up and wearing a tongue-tie, you get 8 winners, 4 placed from just 25 qualifiers, a 32% win strike rate, 48% win and play strike rate, and over 110 points profit. Limited enough stats, but interesting enough stats as well. And it catch my eye a little bit. Whistle Stop Tour is one of potential interest at large odds. He's the outsider of the field at the minute. Only the Bold, he's the other that meets the trends this year. He's an 11-year-old now. He's not got many miles on the clock for an 11-year-old, and he does go well under the conditions he meets with on Saturday. A field of 8 or more on a flat or slightly undulating track and a break of 31 days or more, where he is 4 wins and a place from 7 starts, which are all 4 of his career wins. And he's interesting for this at double-figure odds, only the Bold. Red Delta, another that's available at double-figure odds, and he comes here off a career best ever when finishing strongly to win the Lincolnshire National at Market Raising on Boxing Day. He's lightly raced under rules, but he has plenty of point-to-point experience under his belt, and he should appreciate this 4-mile-plus trip. He didn't look like he was stopping anytime soon over an extended 3-mile-4 at Market Raising last time out. So Red Delta is definitely in my thoughts for this one. And Val Dancer, he's the other appeal on my shortlist. He won the Welsh National in 2024. He's run well enough in 4 starts since then, and the handicapper has been relenting a little. He's now back down below a rating of 130, which I think is a positive. And he looks to have his prime conditions to shoot for here at Newcastle. A mark of less than 130. The November to February period, good to softer, and tracks with undulations, where Val Dancer is 6 wins from 8 starts, which are all 6 of his career wins. So this looks a decent spot for the 9-year-old, Val Dancer. Of that 4, the 2 I'm going to side with are only the Bold at 12 to 1 or bigger, 16 to 1 in a couple of places actually, only the Bold, and Red Delta at 14 to 1. So only the Bold and Red Delta at double figure odds for me, Tony. What you got for the Eider chase?
I've got two of them, mate, on my short list of four. I've got Red Delta, progressive profile with a recent win and still relatively unexposed as a staying chaser. Major step up, obviously, in trip and class, but his attitude, good attitude, he suggests will keep battling. And the claim is helpful as well, I think, and he could travel better than most for a long way. Stamina at 4 miles is the unknown, but he has an upside, plenty of upsides for Red Delta, and also Whistle Stop Tour, which you've just described there, mate. He keeps on running his race, but often finds one or two a little bit too strong at the business end of the race. He should stay, and his mark is workable, yet he may need a couple of the principles to overdo it up front to have a winning chance, but I'll certainly like him each way, and I've taken an each way price on him. I mean, looking at the pace angles, the early aim is a steady rhythm and saving fuel, really. The pace is rarely frantic, but it's relentless. And from the second circuit, it becomes a jumping and stamina test that splits the field. So it's a really interesting race to watch. But I've got those two, but I will be leaving those alone because Ben's already put them up. But we'll go for Living on Luco, progressive staying chaser who has won and then run well again, suggesting he's thriving a little bit. He's in good form. The step up to this extreme trip is the key, but he shapes as though stamina is within range, and the claim helps as well. And Hobbs and White know how to ready one for a big handicap if he jumps soundly. He can go close at around 7-1, and you never sort of put a line straight through the colours of JP McManus. Fortunate man, improving 7-year-old with a strong recent profile and the look of a steer still on the upgrade. He travels well and has been finding plenty of late, and which is ideal for this test. Question is whether he truly sees out 4 miles, but we'll find all that out tomorrow. But his attitude is a big positive and a leading player if conserving energy early on. So Living on Luco at around 7s, Fortunate Man at around 10-1. And the other two on my shortlist were Ben's Whistle Stop Tour and Red Delta as well. So it's going to be an interesting Eider chase, despite only 10 going to post. Bigger field in the 335 at Kempton, Ladbrokes Trophy Handicap Chase. It's a Class 1 Premier Handicap over 3 miles. Ben, what do you fancy in this 335?
Looks a decent renewal with this handicap. A few in the field I think you can make a case for, I'd say. I managed to whittle it down to the following 4. The Doyen Chief, Leader in the Park, Rising Dust, and Chance, another one. The Doyen Chief.
Nearly a full house again, mate.
Nearly a full house, yeah. The Doyen Chief, he was a decent winner over this portion distance last time out, and the handicapper, I think, has been quite lenient with him. Only put him up £1 for the win, which was a little bit of a surprise, as he did match his career best on the figures with the win. The runner-up from that race, Your Darling, gave the form a bit of a boost last week when running a close third in the Swinley Handicap Chase at Ascot. The Doyen Chief again gets his prime conditions to attack here. Flat or slightly undulating tracks in the December to April period, where he is 6 wins and a neck second from 7 starts. He's also 2 wins from 2 over this 3-mile Kempton trip. So very much a trip and track that plays to his strength. And he looks a player in this, the Doyen Chief. Leader in the Park, he's still relatively unexposed as a chaser after only 7 starts over fences. He's completely unexposed over 3-mile trips. This is his first start over further than 2 miles, 6.5. He's another that has run well at Kempton on his 2 previous starts at the track, winning at the Boxing Day meeting in 2024 and then finishing second last time out at the start of last month. His trainer, Ben Pauling, he's got some decent, if limited, stats in Kempton handicap chases, especially over 2 mile 4 or further in February and March, with horses that had no more than 4 career wins. 6 winners, 3 places from just 12 qualifiers, 50% win strike rate, and over 62 points profit. And I can see Leader in the Park running well in this. Rising Dust, he's 1 of 2 in this for Emmett Mullins, and I'm surprised he's trading at double figures for this. He's come here off the back of 3 straight wins and 5 wins in his last 6 starts.
I don't think there will be tomorrow, mate.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, we'll see where the money comes.
Yeah.
He's only run one poor race in 7 starts since moving to the Emmett Mullins yard. That came at Clonmel when meeting with soft ground. If you look at rising dust on good to soft or quicker ground and in handicaps of fields of 13 or more, you see he is 6 wins and 3 places from 10 starts. One time he didn't at least place, he came 4th of 15. So barring any softening of the ground, he will get his prime conditions at Kempton on Saturday, and he has the added bonus of Sean Bowen in the saddle for the first time. And he's interested in this for sure. Rising Dust, he definitely catches my eye. And Chance, another one, is the other runner for Emmett Mullins. He's extremely unexposed over fences after only 4 chase starts, and all his wins to date have come on right-handed tracks over 2 miles 6 and further. Under those conditions, Chance, another one, is 3 wins and a second from just 4 starts. He's another that won't want any rain softening up the ground, with his 3 wins to date coming on good ground. But I think the good to soft currently shown at Kempton will be fine for him. And he has the added bonus of already holding a win over the Kempton fences, because he won easily at the track in November over an extended 3-mile trip. And I just wonder if Emmett Mullins had this race as a target all along. His 2 races since that win have been down in trip at around 2 miles. Both races he was ridden cold, out the back, never put into the race at any stage. Very much looked like nothing more than runs to keep him taking over for a future target over a longer trip. Quite possibly this race. And it's going to be the 2 Emmett Mullins horses that I'm going to play in this. Chance, another one, at around 9-1, 10-1. And Rising Dust, who's available at around 11-1, 12-1. So Chance, another one, and Rising Dust for me. Tony, what have you got for the Ladbrokes Trophy Handicap?
Yeah, I've got 3 of your 4, mate. Ho Jolly Smoke I do like. I must say, even though I won't be backing him or anything, but a shout for him. Often runs well without winning and arrives after a series of respectable efforts in similar company. Skelton team are in form, of course, as they have been since September, October. And the step back into this grade is logical. He stays, he jumps fairly well, and it should be delivered late as well. Ho Jolly Smoke. And also leader in the park I'm quite interested in, just trying to find him. Ben Pauling, Harry Cobden, interesting jockey booking. He's consistent, arrives in good nick, with 2 seconds suggesting a win is not far away. He's proven at the track and trip, and he should travel strongly into the race. Harry Cobden, as I say, a big plus, and he looks reliable under pressure if he jumps cleanly, and he's a leading player. With a solid each-way option, he's around 14-1, leader in the park there. And I'm with you with these 2 Mullins, Emmett Mullins horses, Rising Dust in rampant form, with a sequence of wins and clearly thriving. He looks well treated even after climbing the weights, and he has the attitude for a fight as well. The step into Premier Handicap is the test, obviously, but he's improving fast and may have more in hand. And I can't believe the price of Chance, another one, course and distance winner, who has dipped in form since his peak spell. But his mark is now workable. He needs to travel with more purpose and jump with confidence to feature. But if he gets into a rhythm, Kempton suits, obviously a course and distance winner, and the Mullin teams can prime one for a big day. He's 10-1 at the minute, and I'm already on at 10-1. And as you say, Ben, Punchestown and Leopardstown over Christmas, he wasn't put in the race, and those were over 2 mile and 2 mile 1 as well, so he wasn't going to win them anyway. But certainly the one at Leopardstown, he wasn't put in the race. But we'll have a Chance, another one, and Rising Dust each way for Emmett Mullins, and leader in the park, a little small saver, smaller than the each way bets I'm having on Rising Dust and Chance, another one, leader in the park, so it was around 16-1. So it's going to be an interesting day, and I can't see those Emmett Mullins horses staying in double figures, but we'll see. Okay, that's just about it. Many thanks for listening. The latest edition of the Racing PodBlast. Very best of luck with your bets at Kempton and Newcastle this weekend, and we'll see you all in the next episode of the Racing PodBlast. Cheers, Ben.
Cheers, Tom.
Bye.